Tell me, do you mind if I ask a question? Would you mind? I'd like to learn more. It's only right, 'cause you've got something in that school that I'm dying to know. Would you mind? Do you mind?
Yeah. Do you mind if some baddies speak their mind? Giving you the tea so you might just get surprised. Could get out of pocket cause we're looking for some change. Altering your scope to give you better range. Some can't swallow the truth so they gurgle. We smart and quirky like Urkel. Do you mind real talk and not just chatter? Then come and join the fam and let's talk about what matters.
Tell me, do you mind if I ask a question? Would you mind? I'd like to learn more. It's only right, 'cause you've got something in that school that I'm dying to know. Would you mind? Do you mind?
It looks crooked and maybe it is, but I feel like Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We are back with another season of Do You Mind?
Or should I?
Do
You want me to say
say
Jinx?
Oh my god. What's going on? Hello? Okay.
You sound very clear to me. You sound
You
great.
like it? You sound very clear to me.
So do we have each other's headphones on?
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh.
Well, if we're gonna start off this season, I think there's nothing better than to just get as controversial as we can, as quickly as we can. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Police. Look at get into it. Police.
Okay.
The notion is they're there to call on to protect people. The thing is, are they protecting all people? We can't really call the police and expect to be helped. You know what I mean? Like, and by we, I mean people of color and black people. Like, no shade. One time, Audrey and I, we're pulling up to her house. We park, mind you, car park turned off. The lights go on behind us.
Yep. The car, we parked to the point where we were so parked that we took our seatbelts off to get out.
Literally.
And we always click it.
So you turn on a bright ass light. I don't know if you've ever been like stopped with a bright ass light on you. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, do I get back in the car? So I kind of went back in the car, but I just left my door open because I'm like, I don't really know what's happening right now because like I literally was like, you know, like when you're just shook, confused in a daze.
Right. We didn't know if they were there for us even. We were kind of looking around to see if there was something happening that we should keep our eyes peeled for because we didn't understand why they were even behind us.
You know how they're called pigs? Well, this pork belly bitch want to comes up to the door with this attitude like, who bothered you? That's like a common thing with cops. I already know how aware we are about biases and generalizations, especially when it comes to things like this, because it's like you cannot generalize something so big and expect it to be true in every scenario. However, when there's evidence of continuous, it's almost like, think about that person. What's her name? R.I.P. Barbara? No. There's a lot of victims that go unnamed or like unrecognized because like the media doesn't cover them, but there was this story. Breonna Taylor.
Oh, Breonna Taylor. Yes. I remember that going viral. I don't remember the exact details of the story.
Well, basically, the police was called. They ran up in the bitch's house and killed her, period. But they weren't even there for her. They were there for her man. The police were investigating the drug dealings around, whatever, but they got a warrant from Mrs. Taylor's apartment. They bang on that door, and her man don't play that. You know, he don't play that. So he shot sorry, not to get crazy into serious of that story. So he set off a warning shot. And they took it and ran with it, bitch. Like, these hoes, they ran up in that hole, shot these bitches. Oh my God, they really shot this bitch 5 to 6 times, with one of them being fatal. And she wasn't doing shit. Like, this poor girl, she's just oh my God, let me not get crazy. But I'm gonna get a little crazy. I just want to get a little crazy. Can I get a little crazy?
I don't see why not. But I will say, I'm sure people are not going to react that positive. But that's okay because they're not going to react that positively.
But do you mind? God.
Exactly, they probably do, but I don't care.
It's not a laughing matter, but still,
No.
she probably got dicked down right before. Like, she was in bed, like, she got knocked out that DQuil, only to get shot up. Bitch, and it wasn't from the crime. Like, I can't.
Darian did say that he shot a warning shot or whatever, but he shot because he didn't even know that this was the police. According to the reports that we have seen, thinking it was an intruder. So he shot a warning shot. It wasn't like his intention to shoot at the police, supposedly. So it's
Supposedly is a good word, but it's like, you never truly fully know. I mean, at the end of the day, there's ways in which investigation occurs that you can really get the finite details. FINITE for those wondering. Did we even finish the story?
No, I don't even know how we got all the way to Breonna Taylor. We started with, did we finish the seatbelt story? So I remember he came up to the door or whatever. I think, were we about to get out because we thought like we didn't think it was for us,
I did
right?
get out the car.
Yeah,
and then I went back in the car because
he
the light
tell us to?
No, the light turned on and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
yes,
I'm
the
looking
light
like,
went back on.
I'm very smart, but sometimes I'm also ditzy, but like not really. I don't know how to explain myself because I'm just different in a lot of different scenarios, but sometimes I get like, what's going on? Like, I'm very confused. Like, so I was like, okay, well, let me just get back in this car, ? And I did. And, he's coming over. My license plate was like a little bent a little bit. Like, it was like, you could still see it, but he just needed a reason to pull us over.
And it wasn't even being pulled over because we had parked.
Clock
we were
it.
getting out of the car. The warning that I have on my record says that I didn't have a seatbelt on. The thing is, though, we didn't have a seatbelt on because we were literally in the process of getting out the car when
Clock
you
it.
pulled up and turned your lights on. We were parked. The car was off. I don't know if there was a quota he needed to meet or
Yeah.
what that day, but it was ridiculous.
And that's the thing, too, the quotas, it gags me every time.
I'm like, is there really quotas? Like, I need to look that up.
I did ask an actual cop that they do have quotas. No, I'm Black Lives Matter, and like I'm pro abolish the police. No shade. And theoretically, it's like I could see why that's scary to even say because it's like, then what? Like that's always the question, then what? It's not like a plan that's like with no foundation. If you really look at crime rates, obviously we have the really nasty crimes, trigger warning, murder, rape, /sexual assault of adults and of minors. Like, that's what I really consider crime. Like, drug crimes, sometimes all of that's included in it. So I get, like, the big drug rings and stuff like that. Now with the legalization of what most people were incarcerated for.
And some are still incarcerated
that's what I'm saying. Like,
which is fucking
why?
insane.
The moment that it got legalized, they should be released. I don't know, but I will sip my tea on that.
I feel like I don't have enough information.
People don't always steal because it's like they're fucking, what is that called when you
Kleptomaniac.
People don't steal all the time just because they're kleptomaniac. People steal because sometimes they genuinely need the resources. Abolitionists strive for is like creating community, like community centers, community resources, relying on like kind of like neighborhood watch, which is tricky because I know like me growing up in the streets, I don't know what your experience was like, Audrey, but it was very much like no snitching. Like we don't snitch. That's not something we do. We mind our business. And it's like, but that ideology in itself was centered around the environment that we were in. So by changing the environment, we could change the mindsets. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's a lot of work. And that's why it's very unlikely that pro-abolitionists would like really like be implemented in that aspect, especially because the police force is so ingrained into the culture that we live in. Because I mean, if you think about it, police have been around since slavery, and that's really why they were even started in the first place. It comes from a long line of oppression, like literally. That's kind of why I lean more towards like let's abolish this whole and like set up a new system, because when a system's not working, I know there's some people that like join the police and they be like, yeah, I want to make a difference in the force, but it's like, and I get it because like every one person is strong enough to like, especially when compiled, it really does kind of make a difference. But when you're looking at it systemically, like the whole system systematically, don't know which one it would be used for this one. They're kind of like the same definition, but they also are different. It's tricky to determine when to use which one. But anyways, you know what I mean?
Yes,
though?
I do.
Sorry, I'm like, if I'm...
No, girl, I'm listening. Okay. When I have something to say, I'll say.
So, period. When they're trained, they're not trained with the realization that people have mental illness. So, like, how they're reacting is not going to be the way a normal person reacts. Or normal person, I'm putting air quotes, normal person reacts, because their mind's not there. Like, literally, and mental illness is obviously real. Like, it's real in many ways, and in a very scientific way in which it's known to be real is the fact that you can see the way chemicals in our brain react differently, which is like, even when you think about like signs of a serial killer, you know what I mean? It's like these bitches like are just actually crazy, like not even like me crazy, but like next level, like their brain just doesn't.
I don't know if you heard about it, but Sia made a movie called was actually so offensive and so bad. It's called Music. It's about a girl with autism who loves music.
Okay.
But she picked an able-minded person to represent this character, and she had her like full on like bobbing and weaving, and like there's so many people with actual autism who could have given you these symptoms in actual reality and stims in actual reality, but instead she picked an able person and made her play that character, and then that girl's career like literally is done, and Sia's too. Like they had such a pitfall and downfall because that little dancer girl she used to make dance in her videos, that's the girl she made play. And like they're like, she has this like weird, I'm sorry, oh my god, part of the music industry someday, so if someone pulls this out, I'm sorry, Miss Sia, but this is kind of weird. But she like had that girl like sleeping at her house, and like was like, she was kind of like, it kind of gives me like the like accusations of like kind of Drake and Millie Bobby Brown, like it's just an inappropriate adult child relationship, like even if it wasn't sexual in any way, like just the power dynamics are shifted a lot, and it's just weird, like, you know what I mean, like that lived vicariously through her.
Okay.
So like she was making like literally literally putting her in a wig that looks like literally living vicariously through her. So in the end, like they're both of their careers ended up at the same spot right now. They're like at a low right now, and like it's crazy.
Alcoholic.
Oh,
I was
beautiful.
like,
Okay. Not beautiful, but like, oh my god. I just mean like that's something that, you know, like you actually could succumb to, rather than something that other people have and you couldn't. You know what I mean?
No.
There's plenty of actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, and like I think it was him in some like who.
Yeah, but he did good
Gilbert
in that
Grape.
movie.
Yeah, but like the reason why movies like that aren't made anymore with people who aren't like actually disabled is because there's plenty of people who are trying to be actors that are disabled and aren't getting these roles. I'm happy the girls in The Wicked were like people in wheelchairs that actually live that life. You know what?
Bitch, I've struggled.
Period.
With alcohol.
Period.
And that's why I don't drink no more. Clock it.
I bitch does not.
You could take off your uniform. That's why I hate the Blue Lives Matter things, because bitch, it's not about you. I feel like they could be cool outside of their uniform, but it's like I just feel like they automatically have a power trip when they have the uniform on. Like it's like something so subconscious that it's not even to that level of like consciousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the authority that comes with it.
That's not to say that people can't educate themselves and change, which again is like why I did this acting thing. Like I don't think just because you're a police officer you're not a cool person, but I think when you are a police officer you're not the coolest. I don't know, like
I think it's like pretty much you're just part of a structure that inherently is it's poisonous. Honestly, it's kind of just like and it sucks to say it like that, I guess, but it's honestly kind of true too. Like
no shade.
I don't know, this topic, not that we have differing opinions, but more like I hate like talking about it. I feel like it's very touchy.
It is.
It's super touchy.
Even now I'm overthinking it.
I'm overthinking it a lot too. I'm like, damn, did we just record all that just to be like, maybe we shouldn't post?
No, literally.
Because honestly, like the Breonna Taylor stuff too, like I just feel like lately, like people have been so like not sensitive. I don't want to like the way when you were explaining Breonna Taylor's story, you were like, this bitch probably just got some dick. Like, and I know there's going to be at least 30 people if this ever goes viral, 40 to 50 people that are like, this bitch did not just call Breonna a bitch in the like while she's talking about her story of her getting killed, and then also talk about her getting fucked up before too. You can see why people would find it insensitive, but it's also like you're tuning into us and you know how we talk and how we tell our story.
Period.
So it feels kind of this is hard.
I feel like our acknowledgement that we know what we're doing. We're like, we're sorry, but we're not, because it's like we have to be able to be ourselves when talking about serious things. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, like for example, like racists and homophobics and transphobics and anybody that's like not on the side of like equity and equality. I kind of like when they're real, because thank you for letting me know that you're an idiot. Thank you for letting me thank you for letting me know that you're a bigot. You know what I mean?
We do take into accountability the feelings that might come up when you hear like us talk about these things. And I don't know if I even want to deal with it, but I'm also like, what's gonna happen? Like people are not gonna like what we say sometimes.
And you know, and that's the whole point of the show. It's called Do You Mind? So like people are gonna mind sometimes, and I get it. And another perspective that I actually want to touch upon in regards to this topic, that they have families and stuff too, which again, I understand. It's kind of like ice. Like they'll go rip a family apart and then
go home
to their family. I don't want police to get killed, like police officers to get killed either. Obviously, I wouldn't want someone to get harmed. It's cool to have someone that you can rely on, but the point that I'm trying to get at is like people like us can't rely on them.
And I'm very aware of my white privilege.
Period.
So don't try to clock me. Don't try to say I don't know what the fuck we're talking about and I haven't lived this life, because I sure the fuck have. Bitch, you don't know me, my mom or my dad, and or any of my family. So
and you have to consider demographic as well. We were stopped in what's considered the ghetto.
Yep.
So
right,
clearly he looked at us and thought we were ghetto bitches, which is not fully incorrect.
Period.
You could be ghetto and smart. Genuinely, street smarts is a valid ass survival thing. So let's not even get there. I think we want to end off the topic with the police. It's like, it's okay to disagree and agree on this matter specifically because of the fact that police aren't oppressed. Police do the oppressing most times. It's okay if you like them and you have a good experience with them. And I do not want to invalidate your experiences with them. My experiences are different. I've had decent interactions with them, but that fear was always present and always in the back of my mind. Like, this could go left just because they have the power to. Period.
Terrifying, honestly.
So it's like, I think there's alternatives. I named one.
This is something I'm not clear on, and I feel like I made that very clear. But I also agreed with what I agreed with, and I made it clear exactly where I stand when it comes to justice and when it comes to equality and equity as well.
And I actually do want to mention one more story. The kneeling of George Floyd. Another example, another clear example. And it's like, my problem too is their lack of accountability within the force. And it's like, they're a brotherhood, they're a family. So even when a family member does wrong, like if like a family member kills somebody, you're gonna like have their back. I don't know, like, not, I mean, it sounds crazy, I know, but like, think about it, like.
And you know what's crazy? Sometimes they don't even have each other's back.
Everybody has choices. But the choices that they make display how they're weird. Period. Have choices. Yes. So why are you choosing the weird option?
Also, weird a lot of times equals easy way out.
Period.
I feel like a lot of things that people would rather avoid, including confrontation, like leads to them doing things like weird. That's weird things. When we're saying weird, we mean like, ew, like why would you do that?
Like, why?
Why would you do that when you could literally have done anything else? Legitimately, like, and I know you guys know what feeling we're talking about. It could be about anything. It's like,
I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if you're in a group of 3 and then 2 of you hang out, don't go talk about the other person that you're not hanging out with in a bad way. That's a choice that you make. It's weird. Because I'm sorry, I don't know why I gave you that energy. Like, that was okay. And I'm sitting there awkward, and it's like, sometimes I do check them. Sometimes I'm just so confused. I hate those moments where I'm confused that like I can't react the way I would want to react. I genuinely hate that, because then I think back on it and I'm like, but why didn't I stop them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also feel like it's also like you were confused in the moment. It's hard to kind of process everything as it's coming in. Like, you know what I mean? Genuinely. So of course you look back and then you're like, ew. Like, I kind of realize now, like, I kind of just let them do that. But, like, that's not that's not what I'm about. And I get that. And you're still the thing is, like, even if you do look back on it and you notice after, you're going to say something about it.
Not
like,
all the time.
But if you feel like it's worth it, if it's, like, hurting someone or you know that it's actually really toxic, I definitely do think you would step in. You're a good person like that. Like,
period.
Darian's not going to let anything, I feel like, unjust happen. Like, especially if, I don't know, personally, I think so.
Episode 1 is today. We wanted to act like it wasn't because we got some cute things to put in the bag, but it just got shipped in today and I didn't have time to go grab it.
Hi guys, thank you for tuning into today's episode. We definitely covered some controversial shit. Do you mind if we probably piss half of you off?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you are following our Facebook and make sure you are interacting with us because we gotten some cute feedback and we want more.
Yes.
Join our community because why the hell would you not? Like, do you mind? Bye.